It's been 3 years. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Let's go back a little bit. I posted my first video on October 7th, 2018, 3 years ago today. At that point, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my channel. I had no clear vision. I was just posting anything that I deemed interesting enough to be a video. As I started to post more videos, I was still unsure of what this channel was for or what the theme would be, and that was clearly noticeable as I often changed my intro. But it wasn't until the beginning of this year where I started to find the purpose for the channel. Started off by finally giving the channel a definitive theme. I've always been a fan of the retro 80s Miami Vice kind of vibe, so I found a way to incorporate that into the channel theme by giving the channel look and intro a complete overhaul. Then came the purpose. I stopped thinking too hard about it and I decided to just simply share my creations with everyone. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy who likes being behind the camera, so whether that's making a cinematic video, a vlog, or a short film, I enjoy it all. Some key things to know about when I first started my channel. First of all, I had a logo on the very first day. When I first decided to make my logo, I didn't want my channel to be like my profile picture and then eventually I would make a logo. I wanted a logo on the first day. At the time, I was a senior and I had digital design class and I used my free time with Adobe Illustrator to create my first logo. And it's been the same logo ever since. I didn't want to change it. I could improve on it. There are some mistakes with it, but I wanted to keep it consistent. So I was happy with the design and I'm still happy with the design and I'm not going to change it. Yes, the logo went under some changes, such as like the background, which got better instead of just a white background. But I did want to keep the logo the same. I did not want to change it. I wanted to keep it consistent. As long as I have my channel, my logo will not change. Another thing that I did from the first day was I had an intro. I've always wanted my channel to have an intro, and that's what I did since day one. Was it good? No, not at all. It was really, really bad. I don't even want to look back at it. That was the worst intro. Like, look at it. There's no... The logo's not even centered. I didn't even have my full name. At the time, my channel wasn't even Benji797. It was B3NJ1797. So, haha, Benji797 with 3 and a 1. It was so confusing. People were asking me, like, when I first started, oh, what's your channel name? B3NJ1. No. That's why I decided to change it back to Benji797. Everything I have is Benji797. My Instagram is Benji797. My TikTok, I believe, is also the same. I think, like, when it's taken, I just add a 3 at the end. So Benji7973. Like, my Twitter is like that. My TikTok might be like that. And my Instagram, I happen to take it with Benji797. But my YouTube channel, I don't know why I decided to do a 3 and a 1. But I eventually changed it because it was much better. Then my intro went through some changes. I want to say it got better, but it didn't. In terms of my first intro, yes. My second intro got much, much better. Lisa was more creative. You see, I had beat markers. The logo actually is see-through now with like the sunglasses, so that's pretty cool. It was not bad. It's actually my mom's favorite. She likes the song, but it's not bad. It still could have been better, because if you notice, actually no, I lied. My logo did go through one change, and that's the sunglasses, because the sunglasses are supposed to be like, they're polarized sunglasses, so like it's not completely orange depending on where you're looking at it. So in my logo, they're orange, the original one, but then when you make it see-through, it's polarized sunglasses are not see-through because you can't see through them. You can't even see the people's eyes. So that was the like the one and only change I made. I changed the color to be like a gradient to make it like, you know, a color shifting orange. It's not completely orange all the way through. So that was actually a good change that I made. Other than that, yeah, the logo stays the same. Then I changed my intro again, which was, I changed my intro a lot. I was not sure what this channel was gonna be. When did I finally change my intro again? Yeah, fun fact, my new intro didn't actually last. The intro after that one didn't last because my intro after that one was my special announcement video. Then it was on the brief room tour video. Leaks of Sunlight didn't have an intro because it was a cinematic video. Even though later on I started doing intros for cinematic videos, so it looked cool. The behind the scenes of the Leaks of Sunlight also had the same intro, but then after that, it was just the Christmas video, which didn't have any, and then after that one was just what was coming up for 2021, and that's when I finally did my theme change with, boom, 80s. And my intro has stayed the same since. Maybe the music has changed because, obviously, copyright, but I'm figuring that out for now. But the intro itself has changed. The only thing that has changed in between were little clips to update it, to keep it up to date, but the intro has remained the same. And it is my favorite intro to this day, and no, not because it's the newer one, because that happens with obviously when you make a video, oh, this was the best, this was the best. I actually kind of like it. The only one that's my favorite after that would be my second intro, because I agree, I like the music. Let's talk about my first 4K video. My first 4K video was it was the Marlins game video. I was still filming with my iPhone SE, the first generation iPhone SE, so the one that looks like a 5S, which is super tiny. It was capable of 4K 30, but after filming 4K with that video, the computer I was editing on at the time was so slow, and that was the worst mistake I ever did. It took forever to edit that because the processing on that was killer. Like, my laptop sounded like it was gonna take off, sounded like an airplane. So yeah, I stopped doing it after that. When I finally got this phone, the iPhone XR, which I'm still using to film, I transitioned to 4K again with, well, first of all, with my Leaks of Sunlight. I think that was my first 4K video with the new phone. Was it? No, I lied. It was the brief room tour. It was 4K 60. But 4K 60 takes up a lot of storage than normal 4K. And I don't know. People just look weird at 60. So I didn't continue using it. So then for Leaks of Sunlight, I went 4K 24. And I kept it 4K 24 all the way through. And yeah, filming 4K from now. Like I mentioned before, my logo went through one change. And then the backgrounds changed because a white background is not cool. I mean, it is, like, my logo is supposed to be a panda, but pandas are white and black, and my logo is just the face without the actual head. But, you know, it looks cool wherever you put it, as long as the background is light. And then my last introduction and improvement to this channel, not really an improvement, but it's an inclusion, were the mini projects. And I finally introduced mini projects because sometimes I tend to make videos that are less than a minute and 30 or less. And I didn't know what to do with them. I was like, they're not long enough to be a full video, so I decided to introduce mini projects. Yes, YouTube is doing YouTube Shorts, which are 30 seconds, I think, max, or a minute, I'm not sure. That's practically TikTok on YouTube. I'm not doing TikToks. So I decided to do mini projects, made my own thing, a minute and 30 or less, and I like them. Like, it's going well. I actually like making them, and if there's ever a moment where I need to film a little bit, but it's not enough, I'm like, there you go, a mini project. It's the solution to it. So I've been enjoying it. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and watched from the beginning. I know there are a few of you that have. I really appreciate it. Even to the most recent subscriber and viewer, thank you. It means a lot. I know that my channel is growing pretty slowly, but I take it all seriously, and I'm really happy with all the changes that I've been making for all of you guys and all the wonderful comments that I get from all of you guys. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. As I move forward, I hope to keep improving and make different changes. Maybe I'll get better gear. Yes, I did get better gear, obviously. I've been like deciding to whether or not make a video about what I used to record, like specifically, because on my behind the scenes for the short film, I talked about what I used, but I never really went down into detail what I use on daily for my videos. Not the daily, but you know what I mean. But what I use for my videos and what I used to make them, the process of what I do to make them. If you're interested in that, let me know, because I know it's not for everyone. But if you are interested in that, let me know and I'll make it. But yeah, I hope to keep improving and make more changes. So yeah, that's it for today. As always, Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe. God bless. See you later.